why did you entitle the album Nevermind?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So I could brush off the question. Forget it. Doesn't matter.
Nevermind was the groundbreaking and highly successful second studio album from Nirvana. The album was recorded at Sound City Studios in California in May of 1991 and released in September later that year. At its peak on release, Nevermind was selling approximately 300,000 copies a week and has gone on to sell over 30 million copies worldwide to date. But despite Nevermind's success, Cobain would state how unhappy he was with how the album sounded.
But, you know, as far as for my personal listening pleasure, you know, it's just too slick. And I was just pretty much deceived by the studio that we mixed in, and I was so burnt out at that point. We attempted to mix it ourselves with Butch for a week and a half, and then we got Andy Wallace in there, and by that point I wasn't really paying attention. I just didn't really care as much as I had before with the other record.
Nirvana had released their first album, Bleach, on Sub Pop Records. However, there had been a lot of interest in the band from major labels, and eventually the band decided to sign with Geffen Records.
There's our answer for the major
Now
label
with
question.
10 foot, does it change anything?
Yeah, it gives you more freedom because you have more money to, waste.
I bought a kick drum pedal today, which I never would have been able to do if
Smells Like Teen Spirit was the leading single from the album, and in 1991 it was the song that set the world on fire. Cobain came up with the song's name when his friend Kathleen Hanna from the band Bikini Kill wrote "Kurt smells like Teen Spirit" on his wall. Hanna meant that Cobain smelled like the deodorant Teen Spirit. Cobain said he was unaware of the deodorant until months after the single was released and had interpreted it as a revolutionary slogan as they had been discussing anarchism and punk rock. The video for Smells Like Teen Spirit was a massive success and won Nirvana the Best New Artist and Best Alternative Group at the 1992 MTV Video Music Awards, and in 2000 the Guinness World Records named Teen Spirit the most played video on MTV Europe. The video is based on the concept of a school concert which ends in anarchy and riot, and had an estimated budget of between $30,000 and $50,000.
Our idea was to have a pep assembly scene that's gone bad, That's gone bad.
Anything you've experienced before?
No, it's just more or less like a fantasy of ours for that to happen in high school while we're sitting at a pep assembly board off our skulls, I don't know. It's just an idea. Use the youth theme,
The album is an amazing mix of pure hard rock energy mixed in with some brilliant acoustic moments as well, which you get on the songs Polly and Something in the Way. 4 massive singles were released from Nevermind: Smells Like Teen Spirit, Come As You Are, Lithium, and In Bloom. Originally, the album was to be titled Sheep, but the band would settle on the name Nevermind, which was directly taken from a line off the song Smells Like Teen Spirit. Endless Nameless is the uncredited 13th track on Nevermind. It's the hidden track, and it appears approximately 10 minutes after the end of Something in the Way. So the story goes that initial pressings of Nevermind did not contain the hidden track. This was a mistake that had been made. But after this, later pressings of the album did contain the song. The song was often used at the end of Nirvana shows as a climax for the band to smash all their instruments and gear. But if we look back to the origins of the song, it actually came out of the recording session for Nevermind. The band were laying down the track, Lithium. However, Kurt began to grow more and more frustrated because he couldn't get his guitar parts right. He became increasingly angry and smashed his guitar in the studio, and this is where Endless Nameless came from. The band just started into a random jam, and Butch Vig recorded it.
And after about 3 or 4 takes, something snapped in Kurt, and he launched into this song, and I didn't know what it was, and they just launched in this crazy, insane jam, and it was kind of scary. I had never seen that kind of sort of frustration and rage in Kurt. I mean, then the veins in his neck and just what was going on inside him, and that's of course the song that ended up being the bonus track on Nevermind, but it was kind of scary to see. I have to admit. At the end of it, he smashed up his guitar, and the whole thing, luckily, because we were trying to record Lithium, was all captured on tape.
Yes, you read right there, former Nirvana drummer Chad Channing, who played on the band's debut album Bleach. He also features on Nevermind. He may not hit the drum skins themselves, but those cymbal hits that you hear on the acoustic Polly, that is Chad Channing. Those cymbal hits were leftovers from the Smart Studio sessions that Nirvana did with Butch Vig and Madison prior to Nevermind coming out, when Chad was still in the band. And they were brought forth and made it on to Nevermind.
I remember one night sitting in our apartment with Kurt, and I think Chris was there too, and there was a special on TV on underwater birth. We went to meet with the artwork people, and we said, yeah, we saw this thing on TV last night, these babies underwater, and it kind of seemed sort of cool.
The album cover art shows a naked 4-month-old baby boy, Spencer Eldon, swimming underwater with a US dollar bill on a fishhook just out of his reach. The band commented on the cover saying it shows how everybody has grown to value the dollar bill, and how money symbolizes success, and how the hook in the picture could represent danger, because as you drive to chase after the money, you just might get stung. Kurt and Chris added the words capitalism and how the person on the cover isn't a baby, it's a consumer. And speaking of Spencer Eldon, the baby on the cover of Nevermind, for years he had always been happy to be known as that baby on the cover of the album, posed for anniversary shots and seemed to have no problem with it. However, in August of 2021, coming right up on the 30th anniversary of Nevermind, Spencer Eldon filed a lawsuit against Kirk Weddle, he's the guy who took the photo, Cobain's estate, Grohl, and Novoselic. And he was claiming that the use of his likeness on the album cover was made without his consent or that of his legal guardians, saying that that photograph had caused him lifelong damages. Well, it all appeared to be just a great big money grab, and the case was thrown out of court. The back cover features a photograph of a rubber monkey of Kurt's in front of a collage created by Cobain. The collage features photos of raw beef from a supermarket advertisement, images from Dante's Inferno, and other medical photos that Cobain inserted into the collage. Cobain noted that if you look real close, there is a picture of Kiss in the back, standing on a slab of beef. The album's liner notes contain no complete song lyrics. Instead, the liner contains random song lyrics and unused lyrical fragments that Cobain arranged into a poem. Cobain always said that the music comes first and the lyrics are secondary. But there is no doubt there are brilliant lyrical moments on the record. Just look at the first song, the leading single from the album, Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's anti-establishment and very much promotes the youth movement. Songs like Come As You Are and Drain You with their brilliant lyrical content. And then you come to a song like Polly, which may sound beautiful, but it's actually about a very dark subject indeed, a rape that occurred, a true story that Cobain read in the paper. And Something in the Way, written about Cobain's time living under a bridge in Aberdeen. Touches of brilliance all throughout this album.
Looking back,
Do you sometimes sort of regret that major success of Nevermind?
I don't.
No, because for the most part, I'm pretty convinced that most people like that record, you know? So the more the merrier. I mean, if the more people that can listen to your music and enjoy it, the better it is, you know?
If it was some big marketing scheme, then I think I'd probably feel guilty. But
Yeah.
It's
If it
just-
was a... Yeah, I
if it was
totally
like
agree.
a contrived thing.
But it just happened organically, more organically than anything has in a long time, you know?
In September of 2011, for the album's 20th anniversary, Nevermind was released as a 2-CD deluxe edition and a 4-CD, 1-DVD super deluxe edition. So you got a ton of goodies on here with studio and live B-sides, those smart studio sessions we were talking about before. You've even got some band rehearsals that were recorded on a boombox, and you also get Butch Vig's original mix of the album too. All that and more in the 20th anniversary, and then we come to the 30th anniversary of the album, which of course was in September of 2021. Now, to mark this occasion, a special documentary was made called When Nirvana Came to Britain, and that featured contributions from Chris Novoselic and Dave Grohl. And for the Super Deluxe 30th anniversary release, you had another massive package containing 5 CDs, 4 complete concerts from the Nevermind tour, Blu-rays, a ton of unreleased songs, and you also get a release on LP as well. So here are my awesome old school Nevermind cassettes, which I still have to this very day. Now, the cool thing with the Lithium single is it actually contains all the lyrics to the Nevermind album. Now, these lyrics were very sought after at the time as they were not included with the release of Nevermind. So I guess it was a way to get people to buy the Lithium single, I guess, but it was very cool that they included that in there. So Nevermind is just, simply put, one awesome album. What else can you say? It would be my favorite Nirvana album of the lot. Not because it sold so many albums or because it was so popular or whatever. It's because the songs on there are so damn good. Teen Spirit, Come As You Are, Lithium, the list just goes on and on. These are real top quality songs. And personally, I really like the overall sound of the album. I think it really fits the songs well. Kurt may not have liked it because it didn't go with his hardcore punk roots or whatever, but I think the album does have a really nice sound to it. I think the overall production and the mixing of the album is fine. What more can I say except that Nevermind is the stuff that legends are made of. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will catch you next time.